What's up guys, Boris here with a walkthrough of the new Zero Stamina Mihawk dungeon. Now Whitebeard, I haven't used him yet for any dungeon, so I decided to use him for this one. So I made a Whitebeard team. I actually found this team online and I wanted to try it out myself. Whitebeard, Alvida, we got Usopp and Mr. 3 for turn delay, and we got Mihawk for his special. So let's go ahead, get straight into it. I will skip all the stalling into the room with Ace. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we got to Ace. Now Ace is the character that I use to set up my Whitebeard strategy. Now, in case you guys didn't know, Whitebeard will increase the attack of all of your units by 3 times if you are below a certain threshold. That's a 30% health. If you're below 30%, then all your units will get times 3 attack, and that's where Whitebeard really shines. Now, seeing as I have around 15k health, I want to get below 45 or 4.5k if I can. And with Ace doing about 2.2k every turn or every 2 turns, I should be able to accommodate with some meat orbs to get into a really good position to keep going. Now here I take out all of the fodder minions behind Buggy, and you can't take out Buggy in 1 turn, but he only deals about 1,000 damage, so I use a meat orb to counteract that. Now on to the next room, and Kuro's pretty easy. He goes down in 1 hit, so really nothing to see there. Try to get those perfects because there's a chance that you might not kill him, and then he will deal a good amount of damage there. Next up is another room, and here Don Krieg uses special, which reduces the effect of meat orbs, which is nice for a couple turns with Whitebeard teams. The tough part is manipulating your health. If you right below the threshold, you do not want to heal back because that will screw up your team. So you have to make sure it goes perfect when you have a meat orb. And here I use Mr. 3, not Alvida. Mr. 3 has lower cooldown, and it will prevent some damage. Even with 20%, Arlong will still deal a good amount of damage. So here it will guarantee that I take him out in a reasonable fashion. Pretty easy with 2 turns, and same thing with Hachi. So now in this room, she will deal 1,000 damage from Golden Weak Will as a preemptive. So this is one of the only 2 rooms in the dungeon that deals preemptive. The other one being the Mihawk room, which deals 2,000. So make sure you are above 1,000. Make sure you're in a comfortable, maybe around 3,000, 4,000 range, so you don't die. Also, make sure to target Mr. 5 and Mr. 3 because the room tends to want to auto-target Miss Valentine, who is the last person you want to attack. So with that said, Mr. 5, Mr. 4, 3, they'll go down pretty easily. And the only person left will be Miss Valentine. Now, one of the strategies, the best strategy, is if you can get to above 5k health on the turn that you take on Miss Valentine, it'll make the next room very easy. But however, even if you don't, it's fine. Just try to get into a comfortable range, maybe above 3.5, and that'll help you a lot. Now you see me do last 2 turns on Miss Valentine, and as you see, no meat orbs, so I don't get to use the strategy, but it's very efficient if you can. And I'll explain why in the next room. So there you go, Miss Valentine down, and onto the smoke room. Now smoke room will seal your unit here, and the reason I say to try to get to above 5k health is because that allows you to tank 2 hits from Tashigi. Tashigi here will deal somewhere around the 2,000 range, and unfortunately I realized that I cannot tank her and I cannot kill her in 2 more turns, so I do have to use Mr. 3 here to make sure that I don't die to her. And then the other thing that ends up happening is that I end up having to use Alvida as well, so I don't die to Smoker. However, if I had done the other strategy, I would have been able to get away with just using Alvida, saving Mr. 3 special for the next room. So that is the case, and that does make the dungeon a bit easier, but this strategy still works fine, as you'll see. So your Smoker is reduced by 80%, and then we attack in. Make sure you get those 3 turns of stall to recover those specials. And yeah, from this point on, this room is pretty easy, and we'll move on to the next room in a second. Okay, now this, like I said, if you had saved up your Mr. 3, you would have been able to use his ability here. And with with that extra turn, you should be able to take out the Rainbow Dragon. However, since I do not have it, I will have to use Usopp. And that's still fine, it just means that I only have 1 extra turn instead of 3 when it comes to the Straw Hat room. But again, that's not a big problem. That's still enough time to take him out, as long as you get some decent orbs. And as you see here, I have to use Usopp. Unfortunately, I should have used him earlier, but at the end of the day, with his cooldown being 14, it's not going to matter. It's not going to make any difference. So there you guys have it. The Rainbow Dragon goes down pretty easily after that. Make sure you don't get those little bit of stalling to have a Vita special ready for the final dungeon, because a Vita special will be key in taking out Mihawk. And so now this is the second and final room, the penultimate room, and you want to use Mr. 3 here for that extra stall. And it's pretty straightforward. Use both Whitebeard's abilities, or 2 out of the 3 specials, to get them to about 50%, and then just take him out like you normally would. The important thing, guys, is to try to go into the next room with over 4k health, because Mihawk's preemptive will deal 2,000, and then you'll use Alvida special to tank a hit, which will deal 2,000 as well, because 20% of 10,000 is 2,000. And that's something I actually forgot. I messed up here and I didn't. I forgot to get some meat orbs. However, when it came to Mihawk, I ended up getting some meat orbs on that room anyway, so I got pretty lucky. But definitely, guys, try to heal up to over 4k health. That way you don't die to Mihawk's attack. Now, it is possible to one-shot Mihawk, but you have to get pretty lucky with some orbs. And you have to have pretty high-level units. So, with that said, Luffy's down, and it's time for me. Like I said, it's going to start off with a 2k hit here, and I got those meat orbs, luckily enough. I use Alvida, and all I gotta do is heal back up, tank a hit, and guys, do not get him below 20%, because he will do his special, which does 25k, and even at 20% of that, that's still 5k, which will take out any Whitebeard team no matter what. So, or at least below the 3k threshold, or 30% threshold. So that it is, guys. There it is. We got Mihawk. We got Mihawk ship. We got Mihawk ship, and we got the title. And yeah, hopefully this tutorial helped, guys. A lot of these strategies will carry over to other teams as well. So let me know down below what you guys thought about it. Was it helpful? Were you guys able to get the ship as well? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll leave you guys with some ship upgrades here. So with that said, guys, until next time, thanks for watching.